Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. Today I'm going to be starting the power steering upgrade on my 76 Monarch. I'm going to be taking out that old power steering box and replacing it with a Borgeson unit. I bought like a kit. It includes the power steering box, and you just hook two hoses to those yellow plugs. It came with a power steering pump, the needed rag joint, the two hoses, and bolts to hold the pump to the engine. Let me get it out of here. Okay, Saginaw style power steering pump. Before I get into all that, I'm going to finish the project I started yesterday, which was spraying paint in the engine compartment. What I'll do is get suited up, and I'm going to apply clear coat over the paint. I'm going to use SPI Universal Clear. That's the clear I like to use on just about everything. This paint is a single stage. It doesn't need clear. I'm just going to do it because I want to, and that'll add some protection and durability to the white paint. So I'm going to get suited up and put you on a tripod and go for it. Clear coat's all dry. I got the wires uncovered. I just had tin foil wrapped on those. That, by the way, is a great thing to use when you cover parts up, because you can peel tin foil off, ball it up, throw it away, and there's no sticky residue. Comes off easy, goes on easy. So I don't know how easy that pitman arm is going to be to get off of there. Now, in the past, that arm doesn't want to come off easily. Sometimes they do, but in my Falcon, I have one hell of a time getting it off. And I'm just going to have to find out. It's easier to do without an engine in there. So the first step is to take that big nut off the bottom. I'm going to put a pitman arm puller on there and see if I can get that box out of there. Alright, hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I gotta crawl around the other side of the car now. And I'm going to take a socket. I believe it's 1 5/16 inches. And yes, 1 5/16 inches. That nut should come off fairly easy. Well, there's the first problem. 3/4 drive, 1/2 inch impact. I gotta get an adapter. Hold on. Okay. Adapter, socket. Turn this up to 5. Get that nut off there. Okay, it came off. So now, I'll just try to pull her at first. And if it doesn't come right off, then I'll have to get torches and heat it up and beat on it and everything else. Feels like that's on. Take 3/4 inch socket. Working upside down is so much fun. Not. All right, here we go. Sorry about the air compressor. Never know when that's going to go off. Alright, it's under tension. I've broke these pullers before, so I don't want to put too much force on it. It's under tension. I'm going to get inside the compartment and beat on that with this little hammer here. So I crawl in there and do that. If I don't stick to this freshly sprayed paint, I'm trying not to step on it. Okay. Get these wires out of the way. See if I can beat on this here. Got it. Let me grab you guys. Oh. Okay. So that came off. I'm happy about that. So now, get the wires out of your way. There's 3 bolts that hold this whole unit in. And they go from the outside thread into this. And this rag joint thing should pull apart. So I think I'm going to take those nuts off there and make it a lot more conducive to coming apart. Let me get that done and then I'll bring you back. Now I need to take the 3 bolts out that go through the frame rail on the driver's side of the car. See if I can set you guys up here. Well, as close as I can get. See if I get lucky. If they don't come out easy, I'm going to have to spray some stuff on them. 1, 2. Of course, that line is right in the way. a screwdriver to pry it out of the way. It just happens to be the gas line. Just need to move it enough to get to the socket. I mean, get the socket in there. Alright. All three came out. So now I can just kind of shove that thing out of the way and let it fall. See if I can put the camera down here and capture the thing falling out of there. Did I get it? Well, I know I got it out, but did I get it on the recording? That's it laying there. These conversions are not a direct bolt in. That's the old box, manual box there. This is the power steering unit. I got the shafts kind of lined up, but you can see a drastic difference between where the old rag joint is and where the new one is. So that steering column tube that comes out of the firewall, it's got to be cut off, whatever that dimension is. So I'm going to measure that, and then I'll have to pull the steering column out of the car and cut that tube. All right, on this car, the tube does not go through the firewall, only the inner shaft. And that inner shaft, I'm trying to hold this boot out of the way. This inner shaft, I'm moving it here, should collapse into the column. So I'm going to go in the engine compartment and see if I can slide it up inside there about 3.5 inches. All right, I'm going to give this a whirl here. I'll take the persuader, see if it goes up in there easy. Well, it's moving, but not real easy. Can't get a good swing on it. Plus you guys are right where I need to be. That might do it. Alright, so I gotta lift the box up, stick it in there. You're probably wondering why I didn't paint this or remove the old box first before I painted it. Has to do with the sequence of what I have available to work with at the time. You're never going to see that. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And I could actually mix up some paint, get my airbrush and do that. That's not going to happen. I'm just going to put the box in there, bolt it down, and it'll be good. I'm going to attempt to pick that box up and stick it in there. First, I got to crawl in the engine compartment. And I'm probably going to have to get right in your face in order to do this, but can't help it. It's the way it is. Kind of heavy bugger. about an inch off from the holes. So that shaft's got to go in another inch. I don't know if I got a hammer here handy. And a mallet. Mallet might not have enough bead. Moved it. Real close. Well, you get the idea. I'm going to need to shove that up there another half inch or so. And then I can run those 3 bolts in from the side. Get it in position, bolt it down. I should have let the camera run. That went right in. It slipped up in there. All 3 bolts slid into position. And now I need to tighten everything up. And there's some bolts that hold that rag joint together. And those 2 yellow caps are where the lines go. And they'll run over to the pump on the engine when I get the engine in there. So anyways, I'm going to just say that's the end of this video. Call it part 1 of putting a Borgeson power steering unit on a 76 Mercury Monarch. Thanks for watching.